want you to hit me as hard as you can.
Why? How much can you know about yourself? You've never been in a fight.
Wait, let me start earlier. Like many of you, I was stuck. You want me to deprioritize my current reports until you advise of a status upgrade?
Make these your primary action items.
I couldn't sleep.
No.
2 men must survive in the wasteland against the Rape Yetis! Dun dun dun!
They're like Yetis, but they're rapier.
They're like Yetis, but they like to put it in your butt.
But they're dire.
Yeah, but they're dire. Yes, you were listening to the Movie Thing podcast, episode, I want to say 26 or 27. We're in that area.
Me.
Yeah. You could tell when we started this show is like damn near exactly halfway through our time when we were doing the bloody screen, because we're up to 50 with that, but only in our 20s with this one.
Yay!
Anyways, I'm Brendan. The man making weird noises is Scott. And all I have to ask is, how you doing, Scotty?
I'm pretty good.
Pretty good. You're doing okay.
Pretty okay, no.
No problem. Yes, you know what I kind of miss with working with you, Scott, already is our Futurama, our Futurama fanfic. For people who aren't there, because it's usually just me and Scott, so you wouldn't be there. Me and Scott will just sit there and just do Captain Brannigiff, Zap Brannigiff, and Kiff, and we'll just sit there just just randomly, Kiff, take a note, pickles up the bum, they don't feel good. Yes.
Kids, go stock my cucumbers and don't get them all over the floor. I like to use them in the bathroom too much.
Kiff, make sure you clean up these cucumbers. They somehow slipped in my bum.
Yes.
Yes, sir. I kind of miss that. I'm not gonna lie. I was just like, damn it. And then sometimes on my Facebook, I'll find some Captain Zap Brannigiff. And it's even better because I have a really, really, really good friend of mine. Her name is Lisa, and I will sometimes send her a text going, L-I-S-A, Lisa. Don't think she even knows what I'm doing, but it makes me happy. Would you like to take a ride on the Zap train? I fucking love Futurama, dude. Why is it gone? They're done.
Because they hate us. I don't know why.
Fuck you, Matt Groening, for keeping The Simpsons going on for over 25 goddamn years, but...
Actually, I think it's almost up to 30 now.
Jesus. And yet, the Futurama, you could, ugh.
Well, the funny thing is that, they keep The Simpsons going, but yet Futurama has so many more stories that you can do, because it doesn't have to be real.
It doesn't have to be even based off anything. They just make up shit. And
right?
It's the best.
Here's your package, Mr. Huge Gelatinous Blob.
Yeah, I know. And you know what I also think with Futurama is it has more of a cult fan following, because how many people I know say, I love The Simpsons? Hardly ever. Most people say I liked old Simpsons. And I watch some of the new stuff, but it doesn't grasp me like the old stuff does. Futurama is timeless for me. I like every season. Doesn't matter. You name it, I liked it.
Why not Zoidberg?
I know. Why not Zoidberg? I wish I could do the Zoidberg. Oh, God. I fucking love Futurama, and I sometimes, whenever I'm, just running out of things to really want to watch, or I just want something on in the background, I turn on some Futurama.
Oh, hell yeah.
And,
Netflix.
Netflix. Netflix probably just you want to watch more Futurama, Brandon? Because that's all you seem to fucking watch sometimes.
Actually, I noticed, too. I don't know if I figured out if they have the last episode on there or not, but Netflix has 100 episodes, so maybe that's where they stopped it, because they're just nope, 100, we're done.
Do they?
Yeah.
I don't know. They have I think they're up to season 6 or 7 up there.
Well, no, I think they got the last few episodes on there.
I think so. I remember watching them when they said new episodes, oh shit! And I immediately jumped on that. Yeah. Anyways. Yeah, fucking A. Love Futurama. If you like Futurama, let us know in the comments section.
And we will talk more like Zap Brannigan and Kiff.
Yes, we will do a whole show on Zap Brannigan. Kiff, did you know that The Hobbit grossed over $33 million? Congratulations.
Sir, you're looking at the foot powder.
Oh, yes. Anyways, I had a very interesting week at my college class. So, Scotty, we had to do a thing where we, had to eavesdrop on conversations, but I just went and listened to a podcast where they talked about hipsters. And, you had to write a play based off this conversation. Well, in my conversation I listened to, there was this wonderful line saying, I'm going to kill him in the fucking street. I'm going to urinate on his corpse. And I wrote that down, I typed it down and said, so-and-so said this. Then we had we presented our little plays in groups, and mine was chosen to be presented in class. Well, so someone actually, I did not get the pleasure of doing that line myself or playing as that character, but someone out loud in the middle of the class had to say, I'm going to kill them, I'm going to kill them, I'm going to kill them in the fucking street, I'm going to urinate on their fucking corpse. The problem I had with it is, you know how I emphasized all that and kind of felt some anger into it? These people need to take some acting classes because they were really uncomfortable saying that. And it made
was it like Despicable Me where she's just like trying to read the play?
Basically.
I'm going to kill him.
It was like that.
I'm going to kill him.
They volunteered to do it. I was like, okay, if any of you guys are like uneasy about saying these lines, I'll do it. I will be this character, and believe me, I can emphasize this character because me and this guy, the real guy that I just listened to, basically listened to the podcast he was saying, him and I have a very much in common. So I was like, yes, I can definitely be this guy because I am this guy. For people who know me, I sometimes blow shit out of proportion. Anyways, yeah, I was very proud of myself getting someone to actually say that and having the entire class have this very uneasy look of, who the fuck wrote this? And also, who the fuck said this? They kind of had this really weird look to them, and the person saying it, and here I am kind of snickering over in the corner. I really wish I would have done it because I could have got the crazy eyes going on. And then today, out of all things, Scott, I had the best thing happen. Normally, I got a $14 sandwich for free.
Nice.
Yeah, I went to Witch. I got my Wicked. I get the $14 large 14-inch sandwich for a reason, Scott, because it's a two-parter sandwich for me.
Truth be told, I've never been to Witch.
Oh, it's delicious. It's my favorite sandwich place to go to. Yeah, it takes me 2 sittings to eat the whole thing. That's why I do it, because then I'm like, 2 meals. They got it for free.
Maybe I should try that tomorrow.
Oh yeah, it's delicious. You get the Wicked because then, and the reason why I like this place, I mentioned this before, they will put Cheese Whiz, they will put potato chips, and they will put fried onions on your sandwich. So it's the most unhealthiest sandwich I could possibly get, with spicy mayonnaise, of course. And it's the best tasting thing ever. Oh my god. And you get it baked, it's delicious. I love it. They're usually fucking busy, but you know what? There's a reason why they're busy and Subway's not. Anyways, yeah, they're basically what happened with me is their cash register was down rebooting, and I already got my sandwich. They just said they'd call me. And I just walked up to them and said, hey, I gotta go back to work. How much longer is this gonna take? And they're like, you know what? It's on the house. You can just go. And I'm like,
nice.
Yes! And I was gonna be a shit. There was a thought that crossed me, because they were busy as hell. I was like, I could just walk out of here, and no one would know any of the difference. But I'm trying to be a good person, Scott. I know that might scare some people, like, whoa, Brandon's trying to be a good person. I don't really advocate stealing too much. So I was willing to pay for the sandwich, but I'm like, I just want to know how much longer this is going to take, because I don't want to eat this in this busy-ass restaurant with a bunch of little brats running around. And I just don't want to stay here. I want to go home. I want to, watch it on my own TV and eat my sandwich. And they, I didn't tell them that. I just said work. And they were cool. They were like, yeah, just take it. You're good. I'm like, awesome. Plus, I didn't want to steal from a place I go to almost every week. So, yeah. I don't want them to be like, hey, aren't you the fucker that walked out? Like, oh, no. There must be another guy that looks like me. But
maybe you should take me to Witch someday. Wine and dine me, motherfucker.
I will wine and dine and, have a little fun after. Yes, yeah, I will. They have a little bubble that select roofie. I will put that on your sandwich.
Ooh.
Yes, it's actually the best way of also getting the sandwiches. Because at Witch, Scott, you don't go up to the counter and say, I want a large. You just go up to this little carousel of little bags that have your kind of sandwich, and then you just bubble in what you want on it. You could say, I want double meat, I want this, I want bacon, I want that. And then you just go up there and you hand them the piece of paper, pay it, and then they make your sandwich without doing the horrible Subway thing where you're like, shit. Stop, not so many questions. You could sit there, you could think about it. I don't know. I always feel like I'm rushed when I'm ever at Subway. I'm just like, tomatoes, green peppers, or I'm saying it too fast for them. That too kind of annoys me, where I'm just like, okay, I want tomatoes, lettuce,
Yeah.
lives. Because I don't want to be like tomatoes, lettuce, olives, green pepper, salt, pepper, and then them just sit there halfway through and like, hey, you forgot the banana peppers. What the fuck's wrong with you? What did you have a bowl of Down syndrome for breakfast? What the hell is wrong with you?
A bowl of Down syndrome, really?
Yes, I used that yesterday as how I'm describing our new employees of eating Down syndrome for breakfast, because there's no fucking way they're that stupid. Anyways, yes, I have some very, I'm trying to get switched out of the department I work in, Scott. Let's put it that way. I cannot work there. I already snapped at one of them. So I'm just like, I'm going to continue to snap. You guys can't, no.
Yeah.
You're going to start having me be reported by these people if you don't switch me. Anyways, that's personal Brandon problems. But anyways, let's get into what did you watch this week, Scotty?
What did I watch this week?
Yes, movie-wise, TV-wise.
TV-wise was Archer in Futurama, of course, because it's awesome.
Exactly. No arguments?
Movie-wise, not a whole lot, except that tonight I'm going to go see Transcendence and The Other Woman.
Oh, you're doing a double feature for that night.
I am. Mi madre taking me out about 6 o'clock, and then the girlfriend taking me out about 11 o'clock. So, yeah.
I can tell you what I watched this week was, well, first of all, Transcendence. I saw it today, however, because it's, the Orchard. I go up to the Orchard, and Witch is right up there, so it kind of fits with my Witch story.
Nice.
Yeah, I saw Transcendence. My review will be up tomorrow, people who are curious about Transcendence. Curious about my opinion, of course. Yeah, I don't know, Scott. You may have a different opinion on Transcendence, Scotty, and I'd love to hear it, but I kind of, let me put it in one word, or one noise. Shoo! Shoo! Yes,
Yeah, but you're more of a
Smallsville.
douche.
I don't know, I thought it was kind of boring.
You're still more of a douche. That
yeah.
doesn't change the subject.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not particularly picky with my films either. I'm actually more lenient on films than I am video games. So, for people who actually, do listen or read my movie reviews, they will see I'm a little bit more lenient than, say, more of the hardcore critics. And it's not like I don't see a lot of movies. I still see a lot of movies. I'm just more easy to please. So yeah, I didn't really care for Transcendence too much, but that's just me. I will more detail with the review. Anyways, I also watched Star Wars! Yes, I watched, good old Star Wars Episode 5, Empire Strikes Back. Damn, I love that movie. That is such a great movie. You know what, that's probably the one that Lucas didn't fuck with the most. He hardly fucked with, Empire. Because even on the DVD version, there was no stupid cut-in scenes. There's nothing hardly. There's just the traditional film, and that's why everyone loves this one. Because he didn't fuck with it, and it's actually the best in the series, in my opinion. And plus, boy, did it just start up the whole thing of everyone has to be everyone's father. I did hear something interesting about that movie, though. Whether or not it's true or false, I heard that apparently they didn't tell, like Lucas and them, they kept the fact that Vader was his father from Luke and the rest of the cast until they were shooting the scene. Like, they waited and waited and waited, and they're like, okay, because he was supposed to, from what Luke read in the script, this is what I hear, I haven't actually read up upon this to find out if it's fact or not, but from what, from what Mark Hamill read in the script, he read that Vader would tell him, I killed your father. And then he was supposed to go, no! But then they had basically they told, what's-his-face to basically just say, I am your father. And then he kind of had that original, moment. And then that's when he has to go with it, that's not true! That's impossible! Don't your feelings, you know it to be true.
I do that all the time at work. I can share something about movies that I happened this week. At work, I actually played along with a bit of a Ghostbusters joke with a customer.
What do you say? Who are you going to call?
No, he needed a key cut, and he's just like, "Are you the key master?" And was just like, "I am." He's like, "Well, I'm the gatekeeper." And I was just like, "Are you a god?" He's like, "Yeah, but don't tell anybody." It's like, yes.
That is so awesome. I really hope that you're just... God, I wish he would go up... I wish he would have went up to you and even went in that guy's voice and just... Are you the keymaster? I'm the gatekeeper, or something. Just
He kind of did almost.
yeah, I understand that line's the opposite, but still.
I had like a nerdgasm for like 20 minutes, and I was like, "Oh, I'm still at work."
I know you're. Oh god, that is a good customer there. Just sitting there, are you the keymaster? I'm the gatekeeper.
Right? It's just like, oh god, I love you.
Oh god, no. If an interdimensional being asks if you're a god, you say yes. Oh, I fucking love Ghostbusters. That is such a great movie. Yeah, and then on my Star Wars thing, don't ask me why I decided to watch this one after Empire, but I watched Revenge of the Sith. I like that movie. I like the prequels. Yeah, you guys can nail me onto the ground. Jesus, get off me! Don't nail me to the garage yet. Let me finish explaining why I like the movie. I'm a Star Wars geek, and I just love Star Wars, and I will let it slide with everything.
So don't even feel ashamed.
Yes, no, I'm really not ashamed. I actually have found myself defending that series so much, though. Like when, I took a intro to literature class, and don't ask why I had to jump up and defend it, but people started, this is where I'm definitely going to be nailing myself, throwing myself to the wolves here, but I don't like fucking Harry Potter at all, and then this intro to literature class, they were defending Harry Potter, someone didn't see Harry Potter, and then they were like, well, the prequels to Star Wars suck. What the fuck? Yes, Eagle, I agree. Yes. They said the prequels to Star Wars sucked and how it raped their childhood. I was like, fuck you, okay? No, it didn't. They did not rape your childhood, alright? Screw you, George Lucas. Yeah, the prequels aren't as good as the originals, and yes, I do see the flaws in the lines and some of the acting, and fuck you, Hayden Christensen, you were shitty Anakin. But that's beside the point. I still dig it. You know what? The final lightsaber fight in Revenge of the Sith is one of the most badass things I've ever seen. It is
True.
It was such a great scene. I loved it. And you know what? It is a fucking long-ass scene, too. So you're sitting there watching a lightsaber fight, and I'm just like, yes! Yes! I love this! I love the lightsaber fights. I love the Jedi, badassness. And honestly, the prequels introduce a villain that everyone clamors more for, and that is Darth fucking Maul. The movie everyone decides to really hate on has one of the most badass villains in the whole series.
Except for the fact that he lives for
yes,
a movie.
You know why they do that? You know why they make him live? It's because he was such a bad motherfucker. They're like, wait a second, we can't just kill this dude off. Yes, he got killed by badass Obi-Wan, but, God. And then, you know what really pissed me off? Speaking of Star Wars, this is video game related, but I read in Game Informer about before LucasArts was shut down, they were in production of making a Darth Maul video game where you play as Darth Maul, becoming Darth Maul, basically, getting your lightsaber powers, being taken as a child by Lord Sidious, giving all this backstory on Darth Maul, and you get to play what happens to him afterwards.
Okay, see, that sounds like it might be actually kind of interesting. When you said Darth Maul game, I kind of cringed a little.
Really? Oh.
Little bit. Just because it's just like, yeah, he's cool and all, but he really doesn't say or do anything other than, one fight and then his pissed off face.
Yeah, honestly, he does have one line in the whole movie, and he's like, eventually we will show ourselves. And that's his entire, that's all he says.
Yeah.
To be fair, though, the reason why he didn't get many lines, though, Scotty, that dude
because he was played by Bruce Lee?
That dude is a stuntman. That's all he was. He was not actually an actor. He was just a stuntman. So, that's why he was actually, all those flips and shit he was doing in the Phantom Menace, he was actually doing them. He was doing all that. He was a kung fu artist and shit, and he actually knew how to use a weapon, which made me laugh on how much he probably hated working with, what's his name? Liam Neeson and Ewan McGregor when they're doing the fight, and he's probably kicking their ass the whole time. Like, no, guys, come on, block here, block. Jesus Christ, guys, come on!
Don't be a pansy.
So, I can kick both their asses right now, George. Look, bam, bam, they're dead. Anyways, yeah, God, I fucking love Revenge of the Sith. It's actually my favorite of the prequels. It actually has some heartfelt moments to me. I'm not gonna lie. And, yeah, those are the movies I watched. So, without further ado, Scotty, let's move on.
Actually, as I was thinking about it, I did watch a couple other ones. I've been rewatching Lord of the Rings, so I watched the first two.
Nice. Love
And,
those.
Nick and I were making a new meme, actually.
What?
Photosynthesis.
Photosynthesis?
Yeah, because we were out in the garden watering flowers and shit at work, and he's just like, photosynthesis. And I'm like, oh, dude, I've been watching Lord of the Rings so much, I thought you said photosynthesis. And he's just like, maybe that's why you never really see him eat. What's he do? He has photosynthesis.
He never. Actually, that is always the funniest thing in the Lord of the Rings. Is you always see Sam, who's always with him, just chowing down on all the food.
Right.
Frodo, you hungry? Nah, I'm all right. You know, Frodo's just sitting there starving. He's like, God, I wish you would just. Sam, can I have some of that rabbit you killed? No,
Mr. Frodo. Mr. Frodo, you have to eat. It's okay, Sam. I don't need it. I have photosynthesis. He turns into a flower. Boop.
You know what I always sometimes imagine? You know, whenever they're doing their gay-ass Hobbit stares, I kind of start thinking of like, you know, ooh, Dreamweaver.
Oh, Jesus.
That's the first thing I think when they're just staring at each other's eyes. I'm like, gay. I'm sorry, Peter Jackson, I love the movies, but you made those hobbits really fucking gay. I mean, they don't have like the Battle Brothers, because you know who has that? Like, you know, Aragorn and Legolas, because you know what they do? They shake hands, they're like, brother. And that's it. They don't just sit there like, I'm not gonna leave you, Frodo. I don't want you to, Sam. And then he starts rubbing his leg all weird. And anyways, let's get into the top 5. Let's get out of this really homophobic line we're getting into. Number 5 is A Haunted House 2. Oh yeah, the Wayans brothers take a dump on the media. Alright. I refuse to see this movie. I'm not gonna lie. It came out the same week as Transcendence last week, but I'm like, nope. So it made total for the whole week, well, for weekend, I guess you could say. For weekend gross, it made $8 million. Its total gross was $8 million. So congratulations, you made dick.
You made $8 million.
Yes. It's been in it's at number 5, only been in the box office for a week. Of course, these numbers are from last week, people. IMDb did not really up them up for whatever reason. I didn't feel like going to Box Office Mojo, which has a very up-to-date one, but whatever. Yes, A Haunted House 2, yeah, it's already a stinker. And I think people are starting to catch on to this, Scott, of these parody movies sucking ass. And I think the only people buying a ticket to see these movies are the tweens and maybe stupid teenagers.
Yeah.
I mean, do you know anybody in their 20s and older that went to see this movie?
Actually I don't.
Yeah, see, I don't know anyone either because I hang out with more intellectual people, but that's beside the point. Yeah, it just kind of, I'm number 4 is more surprising to me because it did come out last week and it was Transcendence. A movie I just saw today, and it started out at number 4, which does not promote this too well, but it made a grand total of $10 million. I think it might stay in the box office for another week, being that this week's movies are kind of meh. Yeah, I mean, this Sunday I'm going to go see Brick Masons, and I'll be honest, I'm not really too excited to go see that Parkourist movie.
Brick Mansions, you mean?
No, Brick Masons. It's Masons.
It's Brick Mansions.
I bet you anything it's Masons.
I bet you money it's fucking Mansions.
Google it right now, sir.
I am.
Alright, you do it.
Brick fucking Mansions. Suck a dick.
Fuck you. No, it's not. Hold on, now I got it. Hold on.
Do it, bitch.
We gotta do Brick.
Fuck you.
Okay. You alright?
Yeah. Eat a dick. How about that?
Okay. Yeah, alright. That was my bad. That's what happens. Alright. Yes, Scott won the Google challenge. Everyone give Scott a round of applause. Exactly. Alright. Yes. Number 3 is a movie I heard was really shit, but I wasn't going to see it because I have that thing of going up to the box office and requesting to see a kid's film. Rio 2 made $22 million this last week, and its grand total of $75 million. Good job, Rio 2. You just spanned out a movie for no reason. Yeah, it's been in the box office two weeks. Number 3, it's gonna stay in the top 5 until at least Amazing Spider-Man. Number 2, I didn't even know existed. So, woo! Heaven is for Real.
Yeah.
Is this the one? Is this the movie about the kid who apparently went to heaven or something when he?
And then comes back, yeah.
Okay. Yes, I have. People. I don't really like to talk about religion too much on this. I am a Christian, but honestly, Christian movies are fucking boring and stupid. I'm not gonna lie. They're fucking gay. They're gay, yes. And I don't mean gay as in hello, but gay as in fucking stupid. I know. They're the big burly gay man. Hey, how's it going?
They're gay.
Yes. I can't stand them. I like the Bible, I believe in all that shit, peace and love. Cool, brother. But I cannot stand them. I'm just like, what's the problem with the Christian movies? And this has nothing to do with the Christianity part of them. It has to deal with them being low budget, no acting motherfuckers that try to get based off the sole fact they say, go God! That is the only reason why they make any fucking movie and money. So fuck you! Anyways, it made $22 million for number 2. Grand total of $29 million. This is going to drop out of the box office quick. You want to know why, Scotty?
Because once everybody sees it, they don't want to see it anymore.
Because once all the Christians see it, no one wants to see it anymore. And I'm not saying Christians. I mean the Christians that actually want to see shitty Christian movies. They're a big enough demographic to make them some money, more money than they put into it, so they keep making them. And this year, for some reason, 2014, Scott, has been a Christian film. Holy fuck, there's so many of them. I mean, we got Noah, we got God's Not Dead, we have Heaven is for Real, we have Son of God.
Is God's Not Dead actually a Christian movie, though?
Yes,
I thought it was...
I just saw trailers for it. It's, God's Not Dead is basically about a professor who's proclaiming God is dead, God doesn't exist, and this Christian student is trying to say, like, no, he is, and he's trying to defend his faith. Honestly, the premise there, yeah, it's cool and all that, but does it deserve to be in theaters? Am I going to go see it? No, I'm not. I'm all for, like, promoting Christianity and all that, and just as I'd be for promoting any other religion. I am like the Gandhi of religions there, Scotty. I'm just like, believe whatever the fuck you want to believe. I don't care. I am firm believer not pushing shit on people, and so, yeah. Yeah, Heaven is for Real. Good job. You made some money. You put dick for money into this. I can tell you that right now. If I was on Box Office Mojo, I could tell you exactly. You know what, Scott? We're wasting enough time as is doing our Google challenges. Let's head over to Box Office Mojo, see how much money they threw into this. They put in... yes, don't ask why. I just started whistling. Jesus Christ, I am trying to find it.
The production budget was $12 million.
Alright, Heaven for Real is, yes, production. The budget, $12 million, made $30 million. You tell me what's happened. So yeah, I am actually on Box Office Mojo. It just takes me a little bit longer. And number 1 is Captain America, the Winter Soldier. It kicked fucking ass. Yes! Yes! 3 weeks in a row. Number 1, America! Did you see this movie
He
yet?
must be really, really cold.
Jesus. That's what they call him, Winter Soldier.
You call me Winter Soldier, I'll call you your mom.
I think it's hilarious that they have the Russian star on the Winter Soldier. Because originally he was supposed to be the whole Russian... He's supposed to be a Russian guy. The Russians were supposed to take him, hence why he is called Winter Soldier.
Duh.
Instead, they do a different twist with him, and I will not explain that, because it's a minor spoiler. But its total gross is $200 million! I feel like I should have fucking Dr. Evil here, just $200 million.
God, we're so alike.
With its total,
I kind of did that already.
with its total budget, $170 million, they made over $30 million. That's pure profit, and it's still number 1. Boy, chugga, 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 they're just printing money! Jesus Christ. You know when Robert Downey Jr. used to be able to say, like, hey, I want more money? Chris Evans is gonna go up to, like, you know, Mickey Mouse or whatever and say, hey, Mouse, I need more money. I don't care, I need more. You see how good my last movie did? Yeah. Hey, how good Chris Hemsworth's movie did? Exactly. Yeah,
right.
My movie kicked ass. Hey, Robert, how good did your Iron Man 3 did? It did good, but not amazing, huh? Yeah, mine did. Anyways, yeah, that is our Top 5 brought to you by Taco Bell, Witch, and Gamefly. I'm just adding shit to it now. But anyways,
That's okay.
let's get into, real quick, our trailer of the week. And that is something that I think you and me are going to have fun talking about this trailer, and that is Wolf Cop.
God damn, that was weird.
You know what this trailer reminds me of? A few years ago, I want to say around 2010, we had Hobo with a Shotgun.
Really?
And that movie was fucking awesome.
I don't think I've ever seen that.
Oh god, it was on Netflix for a while there, and that's when I first saw it. And I dug it. Nick didn't like it as much. He's like, dude, I had to watch it twice. I was like, dude, I watched it 4 times when I was on Netflix. I watched it by myself. I watched it with a girl. I watched it.
With a girl, you have some balls.
Yeah, I had a nice lady over, and her and I were on the couch watching it, and she said, you like some weird movies, sir. I was like, hell yes, I do. And I watched it with Nick, and then I watched it again by myself, because I love that movie. And you know what this movie is, Scott? This is another one of those grindhouse films.
Is it still on Netflix? Because I will gladly go watch
might
it.
be. I haven't looked for it in a while, but it might be still on Netflix. I mean, for God's sakes, Hobo with a Shotgun used Technicolor. For people who don't know Technicolor, that was the first way they were able to color movies. Like that's
Jesus,
how
really?
that's how the Wizard of Oz got color in it. They used Technicolor.
True.
And that's
still
what
it's
they
fine.
used. Oh yeah. It has a really nice grainy look to it, and that's what this movie has. Holy shit! I cannot wait for Wolf Cop, because for people who you guys gotta find this trailer, because this is about a cop who becomes a werewolf and becomes Wolf Cop. In the trailer, they say he's half cop and half wolf.
Well, no, that's even funnier because the guy looks at him, he's just like, Jim, you're a wolf. Then he looks at him, cop.
I know. I mean, for fuck's sakes, in the trailer, Scott, he fucks a hooker in the prison.
Right?
She's, what big teeth you have. Oh, that's not the only thing you have big. And then she fucks him in wolf form in the prison. And in the trailer, they start showing him fuck a little bit. And I'm just sitting there just like, this is a movie I hope they do not do a limit release for it, because I want to pay a movie ticket to see this. Oh god, because where we live, people, we don't get really a lot of the limited releases. Like, the Raid 2, we never got it. Fuckers. So, yeah. Anyways, yeah, Wolf Cop, I don't know. Scott, would you pay to see this in theaters?
I might. I'm not sure.
I wouldn't pay to see it in IMAX because that would just beat the whole fucking point of it. But I would pay to see it in the big screen because that's just something. And you know why I would pay to see it in the big screen, Scott?
It's bigger?
Well, yeah, because it's bigger than my TV. The only people to pay to see this movie would be fucking grindhouse film nerds like myself.
And then it wouldn't be a bunch of swaggets and little children.
Yeah, you wouldn't see a bunch of kids in there. You wouldn't see a bunch of douchebag teenagers going, hey! Or as Nick had in his Captain America experience of, oh, that's who that is? No way!
Son of a bitch!
Yeah, you want to have a bunch of idiots. I just have a bunch of people be like, yeah, Wolf Cop! And I'd be like, yeah! Oh, bunch of good, good people for society. Alright, let's get into Friday the 13th. Guess what, Scotty?
What's up?
It's getting its own TV series.
Really?
Yes, Jason is coming to the small screen.
Yeah.
From what they show, that this, from what they say, it's going to come weekly 1-hour doses. Yeah, as it should be. It's going to be one of those live-action 1-hour TV. I kind of wish it would have been in cartoon because that'd be funny. Jason meets Scooby-Doo. But anyways. Yeah, so, yeah, I kind of, Scooby-Doo meets Jason, I think that'd be awesome. But, yeah, it's gonna be coming out March, in 2015, so they're still trying to get all that. But from what they say, it's gonna be, it's gonna span different time periods that would go throughout the history of the Voorhees clan, of what they're saying here. I don't know what clan, I don't really know the Friday the 13th lore, so I don't really know much about this. But yeah, the show is gonna, basically it's just gonna be based on people, various residents of Crystal Lake confronting Jason. So either we're gonna have, this one of two things is gonna go with this, Scott. Either we're gonna have a bunch of throwaway actors that are just gonna come on there and just to get killed off immediately, or they're gonna try to do what they did with Sleepy Hollow, where it's just sitting there like, now look at all this weird backstory we added for this character. Like, it turns out he was actually the spawn of Satan, and he used to diddle children, including Freddy Krueger. Something. I don't know. They might, I don't know what they're gonna do with this. I don't know who decided, but you know what? This is probably one of the, they don't even know, they didn't even say what station's gonna be picking this up. Yeah, it's yet to be picked up by a network. So, also depending on the network. Because, see, Fox, they're willing to show blood. I'll give Fox one thing. They may be willing to cancel shows on a dime because they don't make because they're not Family Guy, or American Idol. But the shows they do have on there, like The Following and all those, they're willing to show some fucking blood. As long as it doesn't show up on the CW, I don't think we're gonna be screwed.
No.
Yeah, CW, Jason, where he has like all this like Abercrombie and body, just sitting there like, hey, teenage girl, you're kind of attractive. Oh, don't worry, I'm Jason Voorhees. I like to kill people. But wait,
I'm on the C-dubs, yo.
Yeah, I know, basically. I fucking hate the CW. People keep saying like, well, the Arrow show's not terrible. I'm like, yeah, but the Arrow show's on the CW. And by watching it, I'm promoting CW, so no, I can't do it. Anyways, actually kind of what pisses me off is Community sometimes is on the CW. No, it's not on CW, it's on Channel 3, my bad. Anyways, in continuing with TV news, I already kind of mentioned this to you, but it's time for spin-off shows. Everyone likes...
Spin-offs in space.
Yeah, I know, spin-offs in... Yeah, I'm waiting for How I Met Your Mother in Space. Son of a bitch, now I want that to happen. Anyways, How I Met Your Mother, everyone liked it. A lot of people did. I thought it was okay. Well, it did successful enough to make How I Met Your Dad. With Meg Ryan cast as the narrator.
Meg Ryan is
Derp, I know. Derpity derp with Rob Schneider. God, I wonder how many people even know that joke.
Rob Schneider is a carrot.
Yes. CBS picked up the How I Met Your Dad pilot, which, I don't really know how they're going to do this. I mean, unless, I guess they're going to bring the chick that was supposed to be the mother and just sitting there just like, well, this is a totally different story where, I mean, unless, are they just remaking, they're just remaking How I Met Your Mother, essentially.
Kinda.
Just with, a female now instead of the dude. And they're probably going to have some womanizer that might be male or female. They're going to have a couple in there that's all newlyweds and they don't know what they're doing yet. All I can say is, here, let me ask you something, Hollywood. Let's try original ideas. Anyways, I just thought that I laughed at that. Yeah, let's get into some movie stuff. Batman vs. Superman, which, hey guys, change the fucking name to it. It's not going to be Batman vs. Superman. You're just making the Justice League. Just call it the Justice League. Because guess who has just been casted in Batman vs. Superman?
The Justice League?
No. Well, close, another member of it. Cyborg. Who's
I saw
yeah.
that. That looks cool as shit.
Who's going to be played by an actor in his early 20s named Ray Fisher. Ray Fisher is a guy... I have no idea who he is. I know. That really kind of killed my train of thought there. I don't know who he is. I have never seen him before. But yeah, he's going to be Cyborg. Good. A quote from... Sorry, he's really fucking distracted right now. A quote from, what's his face? Somebody, Snyder. Cyborg, I think, would make a wonderful character, an incredible bridge between both superhumans and humanity in a different way to Batman. So, I don't know where he's going to come in, if he's going to come in. Alright. But I'm pretty excited about it. Other references I'm not sure on, but We're pretty sure to lead to those for those keen eyes. We'll see them. So he's probably just going to make a little cameo in Batman vs. Superman, but still, like, Jesus Christ. Really, guys? How about you guys try doing what Marvel did and give all these characters their own movie first? So that way we actually get to know who the fuck these people are for the people who don't know who Cyborg is. People who don't know who Wonder Woman is. People who don't know who, well, we already tried with a Green Lantern, but make another Green Lantern one. You know, I'm just saying. Come on, guys. I will say, though, DC will have a more diverse cast than Marvel will.
You know what was weird, actually?
What?
Speaking of DC, the documentary that I'm working on for class, we actually had to write to DC so we could maybe get their copyrights.
What copyrights you guys need?
We have Wonder Woman in it.
Oh, really?
So we had to actually, like, write them a letter and say, here's what we're doing, we need to see if you're cool with this, and blah, blah, blah.
They're like, yes, for money, we'll be cool with anything.
Right, and I'm just like, oh, please don't tell me that we need to pay him like $1,000. It'd be shitty.
You know, I don't know. I'm kind of...
Considering we're not making any money off of this, and we're not actually selling it to anybody, I hope that they really don't just
you would
say
think
we need
that,
money.
But, you know, if you think about that, because then if that was the case there, Scott, if you weren't making any money or you're just doing it for entertainment purposes, then...
Well, plus,
you know,
it's under
wouldn't have a
educational,
problem.
too.
Yeah,
so.
educational. You know, it's kind of weird, because parodying, I don't think you need to pay them anything if you were parodying something.
You shouldn't have to. If it's not exact, you shouldn't have to.
Yeah, parodying something I know you don't have to pay, but educational, I'm not 100% on how that works.
I'm not either, but it's for the government too, so.
Yeah, I get kind of annoyed though because, like, you know, we make no money off what we do. And yet, you know, YouTube and shit still dings us for copyright shit. I'm like, you know what? Fuck you guys. It's like, you know, it's a clip from this. Eat my dick, okay?
Right, that's why, like, whenever I put up my video this morning, I said, I don't own the rights to any of this. This is not my music. I didn't make it, so don't fucking come after me.
Yeah. No, they don't do anything. You know, our Bloody Screen YouTube channel has gotten so many, like, I guess, little notices on it saying, like, hey, that's match third-party content. We're going to leave it up. You just can't make any money. I'm like, that's cool, because I don't make any money. So I don't know why you guys keep...
All of, like, a penny, maybe?
We went up, like, from what I see, we make, like, 14 pennies a month.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, so a few years from now, 3,000 years from now, we might actually have something. But anyways, alright. So there's a video game coming out called Watch Dogs. You may have heard of it, Scott. Well, the Hollywood saw how popular the vigilante hacker has been. So they decided to already try to buy the rights to the movie. And Sony did it. Sony bought the rights to the Watch Dogs script. And it's going to be written by the guys who wrote Zombieland, so it's kind of like, alright.
Is it going to be a parody, or is it going to be serious?
It's going to be the real thing. They say the first movie to come out, of course, out of the, you know, this movie is just, it's not even on the horizon yet. They just bought the rights to it. They already got the writers to start writing it. It's going to be, you know, that's about as far as they did.
Yeah.
Because first, out of the Ubisoft movies, they have to still get Assassin's Creed out. Which will have Michael Fassbender in it and won't be released till 2015. So that's the first one they got on their plate, but the next one will be this. I'm a little bit kind of meh about who's directing it. It's going to be directed by the producer of Arrow, Greg Bartlettini. And,
Greg Bartlettini?
Yeah, I don't know how to pronounce his last name. B-E-R-L-A-N-T-I. Bartlettini. I don't know. Queen Latifah. Anyways, yeah, it's gonna be, I don't know. I mean, first hey guys, let's see how the game is first. Let's see how great the game is.
Right.
After the game, then we can be like, alright, so, game was fucking awesome. Let's see what happens from there. Because for all we know, Watch Dogs might be like the first Assassin's Creed where you're like, well, that was okay, and then the sequel to Watch Dogs was much better. Like, we don't know. I mean, you know, if you would have told me after the first Assassin's Creed came out, Scott, that I was gonna, like, oh, there's gonna be like 12 others. I would have been like, yeah, right after this game? Nah, they're probably going to drop it. They're like, yeah, but instead they made like, actually I don't know, they're up to like, I think 7, I think. But anyways, yeah, that's a bit of movie news. I don't know how I feel about that. Once I see the game come out, then I still have to say, hey guys, we're still yet to get a good video game movie.
Right.
I mean, like a really good one. What is the best one you can think of? I would say the best one I can think of is Prince of Persia, which was
I never saw that one.
It is so fucking loosely based off that game. And also they got Jake Gyllenhaal, the whitest guy you could pick to play a Middle Eastern prince. But, because, we couldn't possibly get a Middle Eastern actor of any sort.
Right.
But that's probably the best one I can think of. Some people like to go to the Resident Evils. I don't like those movies.
I don't mind them. I thought they were okay.
Doom was stupid and had very little to do, but Doom at least recognized that it was part of a video game because that whole first-person camera shooting thing.
I'll agree. I didn't like Doom too much, honestly.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of any good ones. I can't think of any good ones I can really like. Because, I never saw Need for Speed, but I let the critics do my speaking with that one. Wow, really, guys? Anyways, that is about it, everybody. We are out of time. Actually, as an out of time, we're just out of shit to talk about.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, which that's pretty good though. We spent a good 20 minutes bullshitting. We spend, the rest of, another good, half hour to 40 minutes, doing the rest. So, yeah, let us know what you think about all the movies we discussed, everything we talked about, and any movie things that you would like to talk to us about. Then again, if you want to have a little conversation on the side, not have us just speak over the mic and not have your opinion heard, do not put it in the YouTube comments. Please find us on Facebook, because that is the best way to reach us with us responding to you. The other guys don't really look at the YouTube, and I can't respond to the YouTube, so yeah, that's kind of how it is right now. And it's not looking to change it at all. So if you just
all
want
the YouTubes.
Yeah, if you just want your opinion heard and we'll read it on the Bloody Screen, just put it on YouTube, and we will announce it on the Bloody Screen podcast next week. If not,
or go to our Facebook. That works too.
Yeah, Facebook works a lot. You can find us on Facebook. We're the Bloody Screen podcast, and for God's sakes, please visit our website because I just like seeing the numbers go up on that. And
I do too.
BloodyScreenPod.com. We have our own URL. Just give us some love at the website. And hey, guess what? If you want to, if you go to the website and view our YouTube stuff, you can view it ad-free. Because we don't got any fucking ads there, unlike our YouTube page.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's all ad-ridden. They're like, hey, I hope you like, seeing a Geico ad for the 18th time. Not our website. Fuck those ads. We're doing this for charity. Anyways.
Charity because we're bored.
Yeah, because we're bored and something to do and all that other shit. And anyways, and plus it gives me an excuse to go to the theater every week and buy new video games all the time. So, it gives me an excuse to spend my money. Anyways, that is it, everybody. Good night.